Before I leave for the day, let me tell you guys a little bit about what type of cases I saw here today at the office. One of the cases I saw was we received their RFE, a request for more evidence. It's for an adjustment of status and a family petition case that I have pending for my client. My client has a U.S. citizen child, and they filed a family petition and adjustment of status at the same time because my client has TPS and advanced parole. But immigration sends out that document requesting more evidence. What are they asking for? The 40 quarter credit earning statement from the Social Security office. Why are they asking for that? They want to make sure my client does not need a sponsor, does not need the affidavit of support. My client has worked so many years here that he has earned 40 credits, so he doesn't need a sponsor or a co-sponsor. The other type of case I saw was we have a family petition case pending with that we just filed. It's a spouse to spouse petition, but we received the receipt notices. But on the receipt notices, there is a mistake. Even if it's just a small mistake, like the last name is missing a letter, the date of birth is incorrect, we have to call immigration right away and let them know of this clerical error on their behalf. So we called immigration and notified them about this issue. I also met up with a young man who has DACA. He's been having DACA since like 2013, 2014. He met up with me. We discussed his options. And when I was reviewing his case, I found out that he has a voluntary departure from the 1990s. It turns out that his family filed an asylum before the immigration court. It got denied. They appealed it, but they still had to leave the country under a voluntary departure and they never left. So now we have to see what other options are available for my clients so they can remain here in the United States. The other type of case I saw here today was my client has an asylum interview next week, so I had to prepare her for her asylum that she filed back in 2017 or 2018. So that was interesting that they called her again, so we have to gather more evidence, documents. So on top of that, I also requested more time to the asylum office because it was such a short notice to notify us of an asylum interview after not calling her for so many years. The other type of case I saw today here also was a client of mine. We filed a U visa for them. They were victims of a crime here in the US. They cooperated with the police. So we filed that U visa with USCIS last year around September, October, and we just got the receipt notices. Yes, June of this year, 2026. So my client was very happy that we finally got some news. So the next step is my client is going to get a fingerprint appointment and then a work permit. But it's going to take some time for the work permit because as you can see, just a receipt notices, it took a few months. Another case I saw today was a fiance visa. My client fell in love with someone outside of the United States and they want to bring them with a fiance visa. Once that case is approved, then once they come here to the United States with that fiance visa, they're going to be eligible to get their lawful permanent resident status here in the United States, but they need to get married within 90 days. The other type of case I saw was my client's case was administratively closed back in 2022, 2023. And we were trying to close his case because now he's eligible to get his lawful permanent resident status, but immigration called him back to. So now my client has a court hearing next year, so we have to prepare for that case as well. And the last case I saw was a 42B cancellation of deportation case. My client was detained by ICE, then released. Now we have a pending case before the immigration court, and he needs to pay that 42B application fee. Just so you get an idea, that application fee back in the days was $100. Now, before the immigration courts, the fee for the 42B application is $1,600. So I discussed that with my client, so we have to prepare, make the payment, submit the evidence to the court along with the application and all the supporting documents to show that he has qualifying relatives here in the United States, has been here for more than 10 years, and him and his family will have extreme hardship if he's deported from the United States. So those are the type of cases I saw today. If you ever need an immigration consultation, feel free to reach us at the number on the screen for an appointment.